princess in distress.
I'm pretty fucking powerful and ready for success.
I was kept in the office all day and forced to walk home because of my shorts.
I was forced to miss class time because my bra straps were showing.
And then there's this asshole. Man, that's way too soft. Let me try that again. And then there's this asshole!
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Do you want to know what all three of those videos have in common? They contain young people, children, teenagers, talking about feminism, on how feminism is not something that is that's not totally evil. How these feminists are trying to bring change for the sake of women. I mean, hasn't anybody seemed to notice that these feminists, these feminazis, try to indoctrinate children to their freaking cult? That's what it is. Feminism is a fucking cult. I have to thank Skepptorr for this. If it wasn't for him, I would never found this video. And I sent him a video about the children who complain about school dress codes, which is equally as bad. And he's gonna make a video response about that. And he's gonna give me credit. Ha 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 ha, yeah. Yeah, take that, you fucking assholes. Oh. That being said, I think I should just show you the entire video.
Feminism should not be put on a different level. It should have just as much importance as the rest of the fights for justice.
We should put women having their feelings hurt on the same level of that of children starving in Africa, or women being raped in India, or gays being hated in India. We should put women having their feelings hurt among the same levels of actual harassment. Holy fucking shit, 5 seconds in, and already this video fucking...
Ever since I was about 9 years old, I've been catcalled and street harassed.
Miss, yo, I'm talking to you.
I am very doubtful that you were even catcalled at the age of 9? I mean, really? Catcalled at the age of 9? What, is society all of a sudden full of pedophiles? Is every man on the earth a fucking pedophile now? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, you're a very shitty human being. Very shitty. But, everyone receives harassment, Men receives harassment, women receives harassment, transgenders receives harassment, cross-dressers receives harassment, just about everyone. But I don't see how your form of harassment, your harassment that you receive is somehow special.
One time I really remember is I was with my sister and there was this probably 25-year-old guy sitting on a bike and he just kept looking at me and I felt so powerless.
You felt powerless that a guy on a motorcycle was staring at you? Are you fucking serious? Look, I understand that if men on motorcycles were more likely to attack women, then yeah, I can understand this sort of paranoia to a certain extent. But that's not the case at all. If a guy looks at you, it's not like he's going to walk up towards you and say that he's going to rape you immediately. No, he's just staring at you. And, this sort of stuff that feminists are teaching young children, young people these days, it's basically full of paranoia. Every corner on the street could contain a muggler, could contain a rapist, etc., etc. These feminists are making these kids more fucking paranoid of their own fucking surroundings. And who's to blame for this paranoia? Well, of course, to a feminist, it's never the feminist's fault. but rather it's the men's fault, because it's the men who make women feel uncomfortable. It's the men who are more likely to rape a woman. It's the men who are the monsters. And what influences men to be monsters? Why? It's this toxic masculinity. Yes, right. Masculinity is evil. Masculinity must die. That's why feminism is there, to destroy masculinity.
Obviously, living in New York City, catcalling is something that I face nearly every single day.
How are you doing today? Wow. That's not good. Wow. What's up, beautiful? Have a good day.
If the sort of shit that you're talking about that you see in that video is considered harassment, then pretty much every greeting that a man says to a woman is considered harassment. And you know, us men, we should just shut our mouths. We should just look away. We shouldn't even acknowledge your existence. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? That it shouldn't be a man approaching a woman. It should be a woman approaching a man. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make men feel ashamed of their own gender because you feel that men are the rapists. That you're filled with this paranoia shit.
It's always the same. Well, what were you wearing? Never ask a woman that.
My name is Ileana Jimenez, and I'm a feminist teacher at Elizabeth Irwin High School. For my own purposes as a queer woman of color in the classroom, all these things inform who I am.
What sort of fucking school even allows this? To have their own personal beliefs being taught in fucking school. Your job as a teacher is not to be teaching your personal beliefs. Your job is to teach children math, writing, reading, social studies, science, or whatever. Okay? But not your personal fucking beliefs. Someone should write a concern letter towards this school. You know, someone should fire that teacher for teaching her own personal beliefs towards these children. I don't care if it's, for the sake of good. Anyone can say that what they're teaching is for the sake of good. Because feminism is not for the sake of good. Time and time again, we've proven that feminism has been nothing more than a massive fucking poison towards society.
And I can't separate that out when I walk into the classroom.
Two of my closest friends tease me regularly for being in a feminism class.
Jeez, I wonder why.
Everyone should consider themselves a feminist, because if you're not a feminist, you just don't understand what feminism really is.
This is the typical feminist argument I hear all the fucking time. If you oppose feminism, it's because you just don't understand it. You do not need to be a feminist in order to understand feminism. You do not need to be a feminist in order to critique feminism. Okay, you can still believe in equality and not be a fucking feminist. Okay?
What most people don't understand about feminism is that it's not like an attack on men, but it's just like this fight for fairness and equality, which is something that everyone should have.
Then please explain why Matt Taylor had to fucking apologize, had to be in fucking tears, because what he wore was considered offensive towards women.
The shirt I wore this week, I made a big mistake and I offended many people, and I'm very sorry about this.
Isn't it ironic that that if you wore a shirt that contains scantily clad women or use women, half-naked women, in order to sell a product, that is fucking sexism? But at the same time, a woman should be able to be completely nude without being fucking judged, to be able to walk around topless, and that's not sexism? that's just freedom. Yeah, fuck. These feminists are willing to dehumanize any man whatsoever. It doesn't matter what it takes. If it doesn't matter on who you are. It doesn't matter if you land a fucking spacecraft on a fucking comet. Something that could help humans in years, for years. You care more about somebody wearing a fucking shirt about half-naked women than someone else's fucking achievement. Holy fucking shit. And these feminists have brought this man into tears. And you're telling me that this is not an attack on men. Fuck you. I live in New York. It's not too far from here. I'm about to go to this school, and wear this exact t-shirt, because, you get the joke, my nuts are bigger than yours. Yeah, I love to see on how the feminists would react to this t-shirt, because, Oh, but I am seriously thinking of going to that school and showing my massive concern towards the principal, towards everyone in that fucking school, and that teacher should be fucking fired.
When I'm not in school, usually I am doing school sports, soccer, basketball, or I'm in the play.
If you've ever been oppressed or you've ever been discriminated against because of something you identify with or something you identify as, then you should definitely look into feminism.
I said it once and I'll say it again. You do not need to be a feminist in order to fight for equality.
You ask 1,000 different feminists what their definition of feminism is, you'll get 1,000 different answers.
If that's the case, then feminism has no meaning at all. For a feminist, it could be anything. And, of course, for some feminists, it's man-hating. It's basically man-hating under a fucking cover. They'll pretend that they're not hating men, but they do hate men.
I am a feminist, and the class is making me a better person.
By better, you mean sissified.
It's making me an ally, and it's making me more conscious of the things that I say and do.
Those are really personal stories where they're just putting themselves out there, and the purpose of the class, the mission of the class, to give them an answer.
You fucking people. What makes Ileana's teaching style unique is that she makes everything personal, so it's easy to relate to things that we talk about in class.
But her, it's really, she comes to you and she cannot be more interested and devoted to what she's doing. Like, beyond being a teacher, she is a feminist, and she's just trying to, really share these messages she couldn't care more about.
It's a class where you can speak your mind and you won't get judged for it.
Then I dare you, I fucking dare you to criticize feminism. See what happens.
By anyone else.
Now, after taking this class, I feel a lot of confidence with saying something back to the people.
This is what it means to be a feminist, which is that you're going to encounter obstacles. You're going to encounter these moments where you have to actually stand up for what you believe in.
Until you receive the backlash and hide like a fucking coward and cry out misogyny and sexism towards your own fucking critics.
I believe that the key ingredient to being a good feminist is love.
I see young people saying, I took this class, now I'm going to do something. It could be as simple as creating a bulletin board or stopping yourself from being a bystander and actually intervening.
I wonder if you're going to be a bystander if a woman harasses a man.
I like to think that in a given situation, in a very serious situation, I wouldn't be a bystander.
Again, let's say you'd be a bystander if a woman was to harass a man.
Not a lot of men are violent, but most men are silent.
Both the academic piece and the activist issue pieces need to be a part of schools. And I think if we did that, K through 12, I think we would live in a very different world.
I fucking knew it. They're trying to build their own fucking utopia. And this woman have said it. Yeah. Fuck. This requires immediate attention. This feminist is trying to poison the minds of young adults. Okay? So, I'll be spreading this video towards WarCorp 666, Sparky Fister, Victor Zen, and we need to show concern towards this school. We need to stop the indoctrination. We cannot just simply sit idly by and allow this to happen. Till then, I am the Atheist Gamer. Peace, the game out.
If you enjoy watching this video, click on the like button, subscribe to this channel for more videos, and of course you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We all know Google+ fucking sucks.